The Nathan Mandy Show.
It's always hard to tell if my head's straight or crooked.
No, it doesn't really matter though.
Hey, babe.
Oh, it's on?
Sure is. So, hey, check it. Today we're going to talk about if PlayStation's better than Xbox. And the answer is, look at my hat. A fool. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. So, I want to talk about something real quick. This is a quick one today, and it's about friendships and friends. And you know, it's quick because there's like I think it's gonna be quick. So here's the deal. Ready? Maybe I should turn these lights on real quick.
Yeah.
1 second. All right. So check it. Ready? Mm-hmm. So what I want to say is, and this is what, and I always talk about stuff that I feel like I've learned or that I'm going through right now. And what's up, baby?
You gotta show me too. You gotta have both of us.
No, it's about me, babe.
Okay.
Just kidding, babe.
No,
I'm sorry, I got used to that.
Okay.
So, what I want to talk about is, I like to talk. Yeah, go ahead.
I could literally feel the bugs just like falling on me and then not sucking me because I got better.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It still feels a little weird though. Like, get off me.
That's cool. I thought you were gonna say I can literally feel the presence of God.
That's
No,
it?
but I know. But anyways, I just want to do a quick video, talk about something that that's on my mind right now. It's a friendship. So it shouldn't be too long because my main point is pretty straightforward, and it's that I think that the friends in your life, the people that you should have in your life, are people who are gonna help you. And that doesn't always mean tell you what you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's probably not going to happen as much at all, right? As much if you have a friend that's actually worth being friends with. They're not going to be there telling you what you want to hear all the time, man. You got to hear the truth. There's not enough truth out there, right, babe?
Truth, yeah, true.
Like,
True.
what's it called? Like, you know, it's cool if if you have those people, like, that's cool and all. Like, I'm sure there's always going to be those type of people. But, man, like, a real friendship to be desired is one that the person will help pull stuff out of you, you know?
Yeah.
And I have my wife's my best friend, and she helps pull stuff out of me, you know? And, like, it makes me better and tells me when I'm not acting right and stuff like that, too. But the truth is, man, you got to, like, really think about your friendships and like are they really causing you to be productive, or are they sort of like just there someone to hang out with? Because man, there's too many people just hanging around with people who just want to do like waste time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's my view on it. I mean, there's a certain time and place for everything. Like, you can go, you can have fun, all that good stuff. But, man, like, there's a certain type of person, there's different type of people. And the type of person I am, I love people who are smarter than me, who I can learn from, who I feel are better in certain areas, you know. And I, you know, I like a lot of different people. But my most valued, like, time spent are with people who are people I admire, you know, and to be honest, and you know, I'm still in search of a lot more people like that. Like, I don't think that I'm anywhere near where I want to be with people who I look up to and who I could actually conversate with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have that right now, but that's not what I want in my life, you know. But what I do have, like the friendships that I do have, or those relationships that I do have, I mean, I'm always on YouTube, so YouTube's my friend.
Same.
YouTube teaches me, these people on YouTube, man, there's a lot of people on there giving valuable information, teaching a lot of different things. And like, this goes back to an earlier situation where we talked about.
Those are our cyber friends.
Yeah. But this goes back to another earlier conversation where, you know, you have to take control of your life. If you're not happy with certain things, you got to switch it up, you know, and make it happen. And that's what we're in the process of right now. Mm-hmm. Even it's funny, we're starting this channel at the same time that we're in this process, you know, and it's kind of cool. I wanted to do it so that you can sort of see where we start and stuff like that.
question.
Yes.
So, let's tell our viewers how do I ask that? Basically, in your eyes, tell them the type of struggles and stuff you've seen when it comes to friendships for me.
Sorry, battery cut out. So what were you saying, Love Bug?
So tell everyone, basically, through your eyes, how you've seen friendships play out in my life and my struggles and things like that. Like, how has it been viewed in your eyes?
Okay, so
in your heart.
Sure. So are you ready for me to answer that?
Yeah, because it's always better to hear it from like second person, you know.
Yeah. So for me, I feel like you always give 110%, and like you're an awesome like friend, man. Like, if I was your friend,
You are my best
I would feel
friend.
very special. Yeah, like, but like if I
I know,
wasn't
I know,
me,
I
you
know.
know. And you don't always get it back in return, you know, which can be discouraging. Like, there's, man, some crazy stories. I'm not putting anybody on blast, but like, what's it called? You don't, like, most of the time I haven't seen it in return, you know. And like, people are in different headspace than you know, as far as like what you're after in your you know, in a lot of things. Not everybody, you know, like, please guys, don't take it like that. Like, you don't know how many relationships my wife has and stuff like that where, man, she really values, she tells me she loves, you know, loves people, pretty much everybody. But then I from my perspective, like, I'm like, man, like, you know, hey, that's cool, you know, like, all, you know, all power to you, like, that's cool, you're hanging out with them, or you're gonna spend some time with them and stuff like that, and you're aware, you're not like not aware, but like, I'm like, I wish I would say, man, why are you know, and I just wish that, you know, that you would be able to have someone as like loving and like sort of like as you are as a friend, you know, because I don't see that a lot of times, like, you know, going both ways. But that still goes back with what we're talking about, like really taking control of like life and meeting the people we want to meet and talking to people and like and stuff like that, you know.
Really? Sorry.
So that's it. That was my thought on that, on your question, basically. That was my
Okay.
answer.
Super cool experience being here and
Hey, no offense to anybody, man. I see some
Yeah.
people getting pissed. Just kidding.
here in California. So before I had when I got accepted to the School of Worship, they added a bunch of us to a Facebook group so that we could, like, 2 months before the actual school, so that we had time to connect and things like that. So there was probably like 400 of us in the group, and because like there were some people that were waitlisted, some people that were accepted first. Anyway, I always say random stuff. Anyway, so a lot of us were connecting online, and then there was just a bunch of other people that you just kind of seen when they would comment stuff, but you don't really know each other. Anyway, fast forward to being here at Bethel, it's been super awesome because I've just been meeting so many of these people. And like every time you're in line behind someone or you go to the bathroom or something, there's been a lot of people that are like, hey, are you Amanda? And I'm like, yeah, I am. And I'm like so excited. And then we start talking, become friends, exchange our info and stuff like that. So it's been really awesome getting to know people like literally from all over the world. Like I have friends from Sweden now, and
That was a mosquito, by the way, I think.
Nigeria, London, where else? Texas.
Yeah,
like,
see, that's
it's
what
so
I'm talking
awesome.
about.
And like literally,
That's
I
what-
say they're a
thanks
friend
for
now
bringing it home,
because like we're friends. We've been talking so much. One of a couple from Sweden was actually staying with us. The sweetest people ever. They love the kids so much. Justice fell in love with the girl. Like, it's so cute. But yeah, it's been super awesome, and I love it because God and my family, people closest to me, know my heart, where I'm just like, man, I love people. Like, I'm so fascinated with people and knowing people, you know, from all over, not just from where I've been. And that's kind of been the case because I've been in one place my whole life. So it feels really good to kind of, I'm branching out, you know, and
Yes.
just kind of like getting friends all over the world, because there's so many peoples. There's just so many peoples.
So, what was I gonna say?
So many people. It's been so awesome. Like, literally, you're just walking, and I'm just like,
Yeah, so that's the
just
thing.
saying hi to everybody because I love it. I love it so much. I love people.
So that's the thing. Like, that's the thing, dude. We're here. This is what I'm talking about. For the longest time, we've been sort of in our own bubble of Chicago and our own like church friends that we've had and things like that. That literally, it hasn't. it's just like there. You have something to say?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. It's just been like its own experience that we sort of like
Oh, okay, I see.
are
I
done
see,
with.
I see.
So like, my main point is that
It comes.
we're real quick. We are taking control of like our sort of like our where we're going, where we're headed, and being intentional about meeting like-minded people and stuff like that, you know. And like in my wife's case, like she, you know, people who are on fire who would like come from Sweden and all these different things like that are it's very encouraging and very beautiful, you know. And like, you don't always have to come from a far location, but what I'm saying is like
Yeah.
these people have a commonality with my wife right now, and always, because that's what my wife always has in her, where you're willing to travel to see God do some amazing things, or to just be in His presence in a different way, or to be like with other people, like expecting and all this cool stuff. And so it's changing, man. Our friendship world is changing, and I like to wrap up or tie in like something in all our videos that is like challenging to whoever's watching it. And my thing is my challenge is basically you can do the same exact thing. You don't have to be around your coworkers all day, or the same, or even the people in your immediate church. That's cool and stuff, you know. But if you're a believer and all that stuff, you can spend time with a whole world of other believers, or start like figuring out ways how you can communicate. There's online, there's channels, there's forums. You know, people still use those, and they're actually huge. But a lot of people don't think to use those. You make a lot of friends on there. Back in the day, we used AOL Instant Messenger and met like random people through that, you know. So a lot of relationships, there's different ways to do it, and like relationships are really I think they're really important, and we're just like at the start of like tapping into that, I would say, or at least me personally, and stuff like that. And I hope to meet other like-minded people that are into the things that I'm into, and that you guys will learn about and stuff like that. But that was my main encouragement, though, you know. And I want to let you talk, but my main encouragement is you can do the same thing and meet new people that actually like the things you like, but that also have the same passion that you do for those things, and things that can make you better, you know, in your walk and in just, you know, in your life, day-to-day life. What do you think?
I'm just keep swatting myself. There's just bugs all over. But okay, I want to encourage you all with this. So there's like millions of people.
It's a hot night tonight, right?
It is. It's kind of a little sticky, right? There's
Anyways,
millions
sorry,
of people in the world. I kept finding myself, and my husband could attest to this, like 100%, like literal like tears crying all over the place. I'm like, I just want friends. Nobody loves me, right?
Yeah, that's right.
and just really feeling that.
That's true, man. That's why I understated it, but.
And I'm just like, man, God, like, please, like, just send me do something in this specific area of my life where, man, you send people to me, or I find them, or we meet each other, whatever, that we can burn together and love Jesus together. Because that's what friendship is about to me, where it's like, man, it's not just about like I'm not gonna say certain things because I don't want it's just that friendship is so much more than just like, anyway, I just want people that I could burn with, that we love, man. Jesus, and it's just that one
just
goal, we're like making
man,
each other better
on the same level, like, or better, you know, like in terms of like progress or whatever.
And like God gave me a revelation when it came to the family of God, and so He's God the Father, right? He's Abba, He's our Father, and we're all brothers and sisters. And that's a pretty intimate relationship. I don't know how your relationship is with your siblings, but me and my brother were super close. Like, God allowed us to be born from the same mother and be in the same household, right? So that's a close, intimate relationship, siblings. That's how it's supposed to be in the body of Christ, where we're brother and sister, not these surface relationships. I'm so tired of the surface relationships where it's like, oh, hey, la la la, whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But like, no, like, we gotta go deep. You have to go deep. You have to be, you gotta be vulnerable. You gotta be willing to be hurt, because that is what's gonna happen. Humans, we hurt each other. We suck, and we hurt each other, and you get over it. And then it's just like, okay, that didn't work, so let's just keep going. Not like, oh, well, this friendship didn't work out, on to another friend now, you know? I know that happens, it's whatever the case is, but for me, I'm like, man, I want people that are gonna just stick, and we're just gonna be friends forever, you know? Like, it's like not a waste of time. That's not what I want to say, but it's like, man, you invest so much into something, like you
And
want
then
to see it
something
last,
that's-
like with a marriage.
And then one little thing like throws it off. One little mistake or one little thing that's like you got like it's someone's offended and they don't want to like.
Yeah.
Not only now, I'm not saying but I'm not
In
saying anything
general,
specifically like in general, and you all know what exactly what we're talking
Yeah.
about. And it's like, where are the relationships where it's like if you're offended, it's actually for a good reason. It's something that you did wrong and you don't want to realize it, you know? And that person's there to help you out or telling you about it or whatever the case is. Those are valuable relationships. I personally am not there yet. I don't have those relationships at the moment, but I know they're coming because we're making different steps now.
Yeah.
Are you making different steps?
And this is an example.
Are
too.
you taking different steps? Do you have... when you meet with people, when you see people from your church or like people in your life, your friends, are they saying, "Hey, how's it going, man? How's your day? Okay, cool, man. How was work?" If they're asking you those same questions over and over again, man, the chances are that you need some different friends or some more friends, man, that are gonna really like be like, "Hey, man, how's it going, man? Hey, are you like, how's this and that?" The deep stuff that you're like, "Oh, okay, man,
Yeah,
okay,"
yeah.
because it may not be comfortable. Like it's
Because
very
just surface topics.
yeah, it's
like,
very
"Oh,
easy to
how's
say,
work?"
man.
Me and my husband
Yeah.
hate that. Like
Yeah,
when people
man.
ask us, "Oh, how's work?" It's
Yeah, I hate-
like, are we really
the
gonna
work
talk about
thing,
this
dude.
right now?
Yeah, the work thing I hate. It's like a guy thing. Like I know there's a lot of guys out there that's the thing to ask, and okay, I guess it's an icebreaker. I understand that, but like, man, how many times I
same
gotta
as
tell
last
you?
year, the
It's the
same-
same thing, man. I'm still trying to work, bro. Like I'm trying to make some money. That's all. When people ask me that, I always say I say, "Oh, work is work," you know, like.
I
Not that
remember
it's the
when
smartest
I
thing,
remember
but-
the exact time you switched to that.
Yeah, man, because I got tired of like, it like I just. I mean, I care about work, and I have a passion for other things outside of work, you know.
Of course.
But like, I don't want to talk about that anymore, basically. And so that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But it's still an icebreaker and stuff like that. It's just like you need relationships that will ask you other questions, or that maybe it starts off like that, but then they, you know what I mean.
Or where you go through hard things together.
But
like,
not always the same thing. Like
Yeah.
that's all you talk about, and you're like, all right, man, cool. I'll talk to you next time. We'll ask about work.
and then it's the same thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
I remember this. I still have this friend, but I had a friend. We met when I was about how old were we? I have a friend right now that we're really, really close, and I love her with all my heart. And I've been trying to get back in contact with her. She's ignoring me. She kind of hates me right now.
Yeah.
I love you if you're watching this. Love you. Anyway, not her. But so I have a friend. We met when I was about 13 years old, and we got super close. Like we just stuck together like glue. And we're hanging out all the time. I would sleep over her house all the time, and it was just like we were inseparable, right? And then just one random day, without me even knowing or anything
Just a
like
random
that,
day.
she told me, and she's like, I just want to ask you for forgiveness, and I just want to let you know that I'm jealous of you. And she's like, please forgive me. Didn't know, but that was not something that threw me off or like ended our friendship. Where it's like, if anything, it's like, wow, like people don't do that. Like some people would never say that, right? Like some people would never admit something like that. And I just remember hugging her. And I was just like, man, dude, I love you. And I'm so sorry if I did anything to make you feel that way. Whatever the case was, all that stuff. But, like, we're still friends to this day. And I respect her and love her so much. Because I'm like, man, like, she didn't allow something like that to end our friendship. It was something that she was really struggling with for whatever the reason. And, man, we got through it, you know? And it was just like, man, like, so many friendships end because of little things like that. Where, like,
Yeah.
people can't go deep and put yourself out there, put your pride aside and all this stuff, and be like, man, like this is what I'm dealing with, like,
Yeah.
and get past it. Like in any
Yeah.
relationship that's worth fighting for, you gotta dig deep and get past these little
That's
things.
true. So I will say that I don't have relationships like that right now. My wife's on a higher level from me, but that's 100% true.
Yeah.
And I'm aspiring to have relationships with people who are like-minded. It's kind of hard, man.
Yeah.
Like when I say that, I'm not just looking. There's some awesome people I know and I'm friends with. Cool, all that great stuff, man. Really cool people. But I need people to help me grow, man. You know, not just
Yeah.
YouTube, right? So
I need them in real life.
in real life, right? So again, the main point wasn't to like just give like our own experience. It's like, hey, you have control over your
Yes,
friends.
and be
What-
the friend. Sorry.
be the friend you want.
Be the friend that you want to be, and this is a golden nugget. Ready? Be the biggest encourager in the room all the time. All the time.
That's a good advice, baby.
All the time.
Man,
And
that's
just
really
like,
nice.
man, like,
Actually, that helps you get a lot. I've seen in my own life where I'm just like, you know, not even in like spiritual encouraging, just like, oh man, hey, like being really like intentionally like everybody wants to be around you, man.
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's 100%. That's a true life experience like thing. Even when I would have happy hours back in the day, like not that far away, but like when I was like working in house at agencies and stuff like that. Like when we would go to these, because I was invited and stuff, and I didn't want to be like the weirdo, so I would go. I didn't drink though. I would like, not that there's anything bad, but me personally, I don't drink, so I'll eat all the little things, the what is it, the hors d'oeuvres or whatever, dude. I would because it was always high quality, you know, stuff. And downtown Chicago, you know, even the little hot dogs will taste like little
heavens,
little heavens
in casings.
Yeah, in casings. But my point.
Be the biggest.
Oh man, dude! Everybody was, even when they were not drunk or when they were starting to get, you know, whatever. They wanted to talk to me, and I was like the younger guy in the room and stuff like that. And they would like, you know, I was like, it's just how it is, right?
Yeah.
Because I was encouraging, so like I was like encouraging. I was like very positive, and I didn't really I was just encouraging, to your point.
And
that's exactly what it was.
And it really does shift things too. I'll tell this quick story. One day I had put a YouTube video out. I mean, not a YouTube lie. I put a Instagram video out, and I was just talking about.
Not that I'm perfect, by the way. You know, I just wanted to share my thing.
Both of us.
But that was a real life experience. That was a good advice you gave there.
Okay.
A good tip.
Thank you.
Sorry, babe. Go ahead.
So I did
as we wrap up this joint.
I did an Instagram video, and I was talking about like how like we need to love everybody and show everybody the love of Jesus, and how that means we got to change our face because we just walk around with all this stank face and acting like nobody else exists. Like we have Jesus inside of us, and forget everybody else kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
And we have to display the gospel in the way that we present ourselves and interact with the people around us too. So anyway, that same day I was challenged on what I had spoken, right? So I went to the corner store, and I was in the checkout line and stuff like that, and oh my God, I can't even remember exactly all the details, but anyway, I just remember that the lady, she was like mean to me, and I'm like, in my head, why is she? I'm like, why the heck is she being mean to me? Like, what is going on? So usually when stuff like that happens, you kind of like want to do it back, you know? At least I do, but well, not recently, like a couple years ago. Anyway, so I'm there and stuff like that, and she asked me a question, but I didn't hear what she said. So I'm sorry. I'm like, what did you say? And she's like, I said, do you want a bag? And I was like, whoo. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. So then I was just like trying to get on her good side, because I'm like, man, why is she like so mad at me? So anyway, she's doing that, and in my head I just felt like compliment her right now. So she had really pretty, like, long, beautiful eyelashes. So I was like, I love your eyelashes, they're really beautiful. 360. She completely changed. Like, the big old beautiful smile. She's like, oh my God. She's like, thank you, you're so sweet. She's like, you have beautiful eyelashes too. And so,
oh wait, that wasn't years ago. That was like not that long ago.
No, I'm saying like me, if somebody was mean to me, I would want to respond that way, being mean back. But I'm saying I haven't done that in years.
Okay.
So I'm just like still like trying to still go on it, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. And then I went a step further, and I was like, I just like shared the gospel a little bit, and then she was like, oh my God. She's like, thank you so
nice
much. Yeah, and I told her Jesus loved her and stuff like that. And she's like, you changed. She's like, you made my day. All this stuff, like where she was like, I first get in life, she hated me 100% for no random reason, complimented her, and just like loved on her, showed her love, and completely just changed her whole day, her whole demeanor toward me.
That's awesome. I remember you
so
telling me
that just I guess
because
goes in like being the biggest encourager, being nice to people, loving people, you know.
You could change someone's day.
Yeah.
You could like make it better for them.
Don't be standoffish. Like, don't be there with a stank face, like unapproachable.
If everybody else is, you can be the one that's like tell them, you know, saying some encouraging words, man, and stuff like that.
Because even now I have to be mindful of that, because like when I'm just like not doing anything, and I'm like, I guess my face looks like whatever the dumb statement is that people say, resting face, you know, that's what my face looks like when I'm just like kind of just like resting. And so, you know what I'm talking about?
Say the word. Say it.
I'm not gonna say that. Just like you know that bad word I say.
No, I know. Yeah.
So I could look like that when I'm just kind of still. So now I'm very mindful of that, because I'm like, man, I don't want to seem unapproachable to people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just an extra, like being intentional and just going extra.
Yeah.
But that's all I got.
All right, cool. Well, that's all I got as well, man. Remember, you're in charge of your life, essentially.
Yeah.
For the large part of your, like, you're in charge of more than you think. So that includes your friends. So I would say challenge today is to think about your friend.
Yes.
Are they encouraging you? Are they causing you to be productive and Are they helping you get to the next level of, you know, where you want to get to? Or are they holding you back? Are your friends holding you back, dude? It's starting to rain.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, maybe it was like a bird from high
I
up.
think so.
But anyways, we're still in California.
Yeah.
This isn't our house right here. That isn't my Maserati. Ghibli.
Ghibli.
That's not my Ghibli.
That's not my Ghibli.
But-
no, Ghibli.
Yeah.
Ghibli?
Ghibli. There's some way of saying it. But we're still
No,
in
because it has
California.
the H-I, Ghibli.
Ghibli. But we're here and we're gonna be on the road soon. Well, actually, we have a whole another week here, so there will be some more videos probably with the same background. But
Yeah.
thanks for tuning in. Maybe you could subscribe and stuff, leave some comments and
Oh, it is about to rain.
stuff like that. We just
Yeah,
want to share
let us
thoughts
know.
and give encouragement and
Yes.
also share real life stories.
Yeah.
My main point for everything that I share on this channel is not just saying stuff I don't know, but probably, you know, the majority of stuff that I'll be sharing as far as like crazy stuff is real life experiences. Or stuff that I've heard like very like, what is it? Like secondhand
Yeah.
from a close source or something. I don't know. Anyways, peace. I'm gone out of this joint. Y'all, PlayStation's better than Xbox.